barely spring in the old city of Paris. 52-year-old Dulcie September collects the mail, and while opening the ANC's office, an assassin ends her life. The mystery of her death was a catalyst for the play.
I just felt it was a dramatic story. You know, here she was a woman who was assassinated, for heaven's sake. She comes from Athlone, like me. We got so many things in common. Why not tell the story?
September was born and raised in Athlone. She was a teacher and an activist and a political prisoner for 5 years. In 1973, with a permanent departure permit, she continued her work in England. A decade later, she became the ANC's chief representative in France, Switzerland and Luxembourg. The play is an emotional journey.
It was just a full emotional path for me, realizing what people gave up for the struggle, you know. And I mean, an individual like Dulcie September that gave up her life, you know, that my daughters can appreciate the new South Africa. For me, that stops. Nothing can beat that. And we appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate it.
It's the second time I've come to see this play. Yeah, it's been a very powerful, interesting thing. As a white South African, kind of, appreciating just how pervasive apartheid was, not just in South Africa, but outside of South Africa. And yeah, as a white South African, really appreciating, the struggle a lot more than I think I did before.
Newman says telling stories about the country's tragic past is vital.
Here we are, 21 years into our democracy, and we don't want to hammer people over the head, and I hope I don't do that in the story. It's not saying this was bad and this is how terrible it was. It is just so that we don't forget, because if the minute we forget, we are doomed to repeat history. So let us keep remembering, let us keep reminding the youth who don't know.
September died 10,000 kilometers away from her home, her family, her country at war. But her journey, like so many others, brought the dream of freedom ever closer. Mariska Botha, SABC News, Cape Town.